Hello, welcome. Dr. Sushma Singh this side. Today we start Unit 20 Social Differentiation Among Tribes. All human beings have been associated and identified with one group or another, voluntarily or involuntarily, in the course of its social processes and historical destiny. The combined influences of the individuals shape the nature and the type of the group in which they live. At the same time, the groups so formed shape the total behavior of the individual member. This is how we find various types of individual personalities and groups that differ from one another. We also find a range of groups from simple egalitarian societies to highly stratified and complex societies. Yet, even among the egalitarian societies, we still observe elements of role differentiation and stratification. All this differentiation is what we generally call social differentiation. The process of social differentiation generally occurs when inherited and socially acquired personal differences come to be used as the basis for accomplishing social tasks and filling social positions. Social differentiation is a broad concept. It is a pervasive process too. The outcome of social differentiation can be seen in two main ways: as the complex of roles and as the complex of roles intersecting the institutions comprising a society institutions. Some of these roles are division of labor, social stratification, sex, gender, age, and ethnicity. These roles operate both the core as well as at the periphery of the institutions. The differentiated roles may be ascribed or achieved. The ascribed roles are gained or inherited from birth or at certain age. The rules of sex, age, race, nationality, majority, and age are examples of ascribed roles. The achieved roles are those which are earned by a person or a group in the course of one's life or period. Examples of achieved roles would, among others, include power, gender, social class, and occupation. For instance, individuals earn the role of a feminist, a prime minister, rich man, or woman. Social differentiation is, among other, closely related to the concept of division of labor and social stratification. Both, they are not the same concept either. Therefore, the differences of these concepts merit a brief run through or clarity. Social differentiation is a broader concept than the division of labor as generally understood in modern sociology. In the analysis of social division of labor, the focus is thrust on the group and organizational functions of the society, whereas the analysis of social differentiation would include even the aspect of cross institutional role such as deviance, age, and community status inter alia. Again, social differentiation may be distinguished from social stratification by defining the latter as a hierarchical system in which the social inequalities are institutionalized. and are generally passed down from generation to generation. Social stratification models look at people's opportunities in life and their relationship with one another, which are largely based on class, gender, ethnicity, race, occupation, age, prestige, power, religion, polity, location, and so on. However, the concept of social differentiation is considered a broader term than the social stratification. Now let us move to the point definition of social differentiation. Social differentiation has been defined in many ways by different scholars. We shall first of all acquaint ourselves with some of the definitions. According to Ascendant, social differentiation is the situation that exists in every social unit, large or small, by virtue of the fact that people with different characteristics perform different tasks and occupy different roles, are closely interrelated in several ways. Ritcher defines social differentiation as a hierarchical system in which inherited and socially acquired personal differences come to be the basis for accomplishing social tasks and filling social positions, is a precursor to social inequality and social stratification. Stebbins defines social differentiation as a broad social process in which people are distinguished from one another according to age, sex, deviant, ethnic, and social stratification roles. Sorokin defines social differentiation in terms of two broad basic categories, namely intra-group differentiation means differentiation within a group, and inter-group differentiation means differentiation between and among two or more groups. According to him, intra-group differentiation is manifested in the nature of division of the group into subgroups that perform different functions in the group. The division of labor in a family between husband and wife is an example of intra-group differentiation. When the subgroups are ranked as higher and lower or superior and inferior, then the intra-group are said to be stratified. Intergroup differentiation, on the other hand, is a broader concept that exemplifies differentiation of social groups or system. These groups would include smaller social groups such as high school football club and large social groups such as world religious organizations. Herbert Spencer feels that in the process of the growth of a society from relatively simpler to more complex societies, the individual components become differentiated but are mutually interdependent. On the functional principle of the process of social differentiation, Spencer opines, as society grows, its parts become unlike. It exhibits increase of structure. The unlike parts simultaneously assume activities of unlike kinds. These activities are not simply different, but the differences are so related as to make one another possible. The reciprocal aid thus given causes mutual dependence of the parts, and the mutually dependent parts living by and for another form an aggregate constituted on the same general principle as is an individual organism. Here we want to close this lecture. Thanks for listening.